mind you, Aaliyah started her career when she was in her teens too. And then guess what? I looked it up. Blue Ivy and Aaliyah, they were born in New York. They both were. Blue Ivy and New York.
Is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling.
Her name was meant to be Brooklyn.
Because rumor has it that it's blue because blue is your favorite color. I don't even know if that's true.
No, but I wish it was that simple. But it's a story. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Say your name, Aaliyah?
Aliyah.
Oh, jeez.
Like Muhammad Ali.
So I've been saying it wrong for a week because they told me.
I'm here to tell you.
Thank you.
Muhammad Ali.
Thank you.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Yes.
Aliyah. Do you know what it means?
Yes, it means the highest, most exalted one, the best.
Wait, what is this mess I'm hearing about Beyonce and Jay Z soul-swapping Blue Ivy with Aaliyah? This comes after Jaguar Wright stepped into the chat again to expose his alleged involvement in Aaliyah's plane mysteriously malfunctioning the day she died, after he recently dissed her at the Roots picnic. You see, ever since Aaliyah's died, there have been a lot of speculations about her death being planned by certain powerful people in the industry, so Beyonce will be the star. And even though the allegations sounded crazy back then, new receipts suggest that there might be some truth to it after all. And the worst part is, Blue Ivy has been dragged into it even though she wasn't even born when all this mess initially went down. So what exactly did Jaguar say about Aaliyah? And why is Blue involved in it? Let's get into it. Okay, so as most of you know, Aaliyah tragically lost her life on August 25th, 2001, after going to the Bahamas to film a music video. It turns out that she was actually hesitant to even get on that plane, but they forced sedatives down her throat, and once she was unconscious, they put her in it. In fact, Lenny Kravitz had actually sent a private jet to pick her up from the Bahamas, but Hype Williams, the director of the video Aaliyah was filming, made it unavailable to her, even though he later on used that plane himself, basically saving his life. How convenient is that?
2 weeks before the crash, Aaliyah's pilot, Luis Morales, had been on the wrong side of the law when he got arrested for possession of cocaine and got probation after a traffic stop on July 7th revealed traces of in his car. The autopsy further revealed traces of and alcohol. Shockingly, this pilot was not certified to fly the ill-fated plane.
But that wasn't even the shadiest thing about this. Hype also suddenly decided to move the video shoot from Miami to the Bahamas, even though they were almost done filming the video. The whole thing was giving very much, he got a call from someone, possibly someone who had a hand in her death, to move things around, because they knew exactly what they had planned for her when it was time for her to head back. Mind you, Hype was the same man who was with Left Eye when she got into that fatal car accident in Honduras. I don't know about y'all, but something clearly ain't right here.
What I was really more tight about was that I had heard that Lenny Kravitz had offered her a jet and that Hype had took the jet. So that's what really pissed me off about the situation when I heard about that. So you could ask Hype about that.
That's what I said. Have you ever talked to Hype about it?
Yeah.
And how did that conversation go?
Ask him.
But I also am asking you.
Yeah, but ask him.
I feel like you had some things to say to him.
And just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, Jaguar Wright recently stepped into the chat with some wild allegations about how Aaliyah's death really went down, all the way from people who were allegedly involved in making it happen to why they did it. And of course, she didn't waste any time accusing Jay Z and Beyonce. She said Jay Z is allegedly responsible for instructing Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane with the intention of taking her life, even if that came at the cost of the other people who were in the plane also losing their lives in the process. And when it comes to the reason behind this, well, she claims it was ritualistic to elevate Beyonce's career. You see, at the time, Beyonce and Aaliyah were the top 2 Black R&B artists, and according to a lot of people, Aaliyah was winning the competition. But right after she died, Beyonce launched her solo career and saw success that she had never been exposed to before. The theory goes that after Aaliyah was supposedly sacrificed, her soul was transferred to Beyonce, and Beyonce inherited everything Aaliyah was and was going to be if she never lost her life in that crash.
Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment.
But Jaguar didn't end it there. She later appeared in another heated interview with Piers Morgan, where she went into disturbing details, accusing Beyonce and Jay Z once again of having a hand in Aliyah's death. Except this time, she didn't only bring up Aaliyah, she also said their mansion should be ransacked because apparently they allegedly kept people locked up in there against their will to perform ritualistic sacrifices.
People against their will, putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Pierce. I watched that whole thing happen. The wiretapping of the phones, putting AirTag on children during visits. These are normal practices of these people.
Then there is Blue Ivy, who a lot of people don't know is deeply connected to all this allegedly demonic mess. Blue Ivy Carter was born January 7th, 2012. Aliyah was born January 16th, 1979, making them both Capricorns. And even though this info sounds very surface level, word on the street is there is a reason for their birthdays being so close. So apparently, Blue is the reincarnation of Aliyah. People have been pointing to how similar Aliyah and Blue look, even bringing up the similarity in their energy, fashion, and the fact that as Blue Ivy got older and started performing publicly,
I really hate when you don't understand nuance. So I was on Threads, and this person threaded that Blue Ivy is going through her Black teen rite of passage, basically discovering Aliyah and being inspired by Aliyah. And by looking at what she wore to the game last night, I can wholeheartedly agree. This Balenciaga jacket, the shape of the shades, the glam, even the way her hair is laid, even her poise and the way that she's carrying herself at this basketball game gives me Aliyah. Aliyah is an ancestor that will forever inspire generations to come. Her auntie is also inspired by Aliyah a lot. So is her mother. And her mother was friends with Aliyah, so I could see it being a thing. Like, I can see Blue Ivy being obsessed with Aliyah. Like, it's not a far-fetched idea. But get into these comments. It's weird because her father dated her. Girl, don't nobody care. Ain't nobody going through no Aliyah phase. Y'all be reaching like y'all gotta go get your arms. It's not a reach. It's actually an utmost compliment. It's not a reach at all. Like, y'all don't understand nuance, and just shut up when you talk. Shut up. Like, this is a compliment, and it is a Black teen rite of passage to be inspired by Aliyah. This Balenciaga jacket alone, you cannot tell me that Demna did not have Aliyah on the vision board when he made this jacket. You cannot tell me that he did not, because it is so Aliyah coded. Even the baggy jeans, the Isabel Marant sneakers, and the diesel purse, and just again the hair and the glam, it is very Aliyah forward. And
remember what I said earlier about people saying Beyonce sucked in everything Aliyah was and was going to be? Well, at this year's Met Gala, there were very vivid demonic symbolisms in Beyonce and Blue Ivy's outfits that had people speculating that Blue was getting initiated into Hollywood. They believe that since Beyonce is getting old, Blue was initiated to take her place in the industry, and a position that Aliyah was always meant to have if she didn't die.
The Met Gala was a ritual. Beyonce was the high priestess. Blue Ivy, they did a soul transfer or something where Aliyah and Blue Ivy finna switch, like, what you call this? Yeah, so I think Blue Ivy is like stepping into her mama's shoes. Mind you, why does Blue Ivy's shoes not match her own outfit? Blue Ivy's shoes match Beyonce outfit. So she's stepping on into like her mama's role, you know what I'm saying? Stepping in her mama's shoes. And why the f be there if you have to be over 18 years old to attend the Met Gala? Why is Blue Ivy even here if she's 14? Mind you, Aliyah started her career when she was in her teens too. And then guess what? I looked it up. Blue Ivy and Aliyah, they were born in New York. They both were. Blue Ivy and Aliyah, they have the same. They're both Capricorns. Ain't that crazy?
Okay, so this is probably one of the craziest theories I've seen come out
of the Met Gala, and I'm not saying that it's true at all, but the symbolism is making people spiral. So people online are saying Beyonce's skeletal-inspired dress was symbolizing that her old self or soul was basically dying off, and that she's now spiritually living through Blue Ivy. And before y'all say it, yes, I know it sounds insane, but then people started pointing out how Blue Ivy was dressed almost like a bride or some type of ceremonial figure, while Jay Z was standing there in a tuxedo. Yeah. And then I thought about the movie Behind Her Eyes. If you've seen the show, then you already know that people will bring up astral projection, conscious transfer, MK Ultra, all of the creepy stuff that people swear is real online.
We could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely.
The way she's posing, I'm like,
she was ready.
She was ready.
She is ready.
Absolutely. So, B, what are you looking forward to most from tonight?
I think it's really just experiencing this through the eyes of Blue, experiencing this through the eyes of Blue.
Inspiration for tonight.
And a lot of people found that very eerie, that every single answer kept going back to her children.
One piece of art that has changed your life.
I would say my children.
Your children?
Yes.
One more time? Oh yeah, the greatest.
And that kind of has some people like, girl, are you in there? And again, I'm not saying that this is true, it's just another theory, but let me know what y'all think.
Girl, I don't know how Jaguar does it, but the way she always clocks Beyonce and Jay Z, no matter how hard they try to hide it, needs to be studied. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about all this, but given everything we've come to know about the industry, none of this sounds as far-fetched as it would have a few years ago. One person said, Aaliyah should have been here, but because of Beyonce, they took her life. And I'm mad that people don't see. Another person said, Jay Z got rid of Aaliyah because it was part of him and Matthew's business agreement in exchange for Beyonce. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Jaguar putting Jay Z and Beyonce on blast? And do you really think Aaliyah's death is connected to Blue Ivy's rise in the industry? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.